What's good? It's your girl Azia, and I'm here today because I'm starting something new for you guys, because you always asking me for new content and different things and you want to see me more. So I came up with this idea with my friend Nipsey. Shout out to him, shout out to Flatbush. And we are going to start doing something called The Girls Room with Azia, of course, me as your host. And I'm in the studio, so I actually had a session today, and now we are winding down. Well, it's not really winding down, but it's a little bit of free time. And yeah, I said, you know what, let's bring the cameras in the studio. So it'll be different things going on every week as I drop these, but today's just an introduction of what it is. So what is it? It's The Girls Room with Azia. Basically, we're gonna be in here, safe space, safe haven. I'm gonna call some homies up. They're gonna come through. We're gonna have real conversations with real people. Sometimes it'll be celebs, sometimes it'll be my homies, sometimes it'll be you, sometimes it could be a random family member from Instagram. If you wanna come up and have a conversation with me, and yeah, I'll play some new music for you that I have coming out, keep you guys up to date with what's going on, and we're gonna turn up. So in addition to that, we'll also have something called a hot topic section. Of course, we'll be talking about current events, what's going on in the world, how we feel about things, right? And then we have Ask Azia. So then you'll be able to send me questions. You guys DM me stuff all the time. I try to answer the best as I can when I'm on live. So I know that those do really good, but I just want to give you a little bit more of me, a little bit more of who I am as a person, in tune, the real, the good, the bad, the ugly, all that good stuff. So we'll have the Ask Azia segment. Feel free to ask whatever you want. Rated R, not rated R, whatever you want. You're going to get a real response because I'm a real girl, okay? And then we're going to have the Whys segment. So sometimes I find myself in situations like, why are you doing this? Or why is this like this? Or why can't you? Or why this? Why that? So I want to hear your whys, and then I want to discuss them. So I want to know if I'm crazy, because sometimes I could just be tripping. Or sometimes you could just be tripping. I'll be like, nah, sis. Or nah, my nigga, you straight bugging. Or no, bitch, that was a good question. Why the fuck did they do that? Or why? Like, why? So yeah, we're gonna jump right in. And since that was just basically a brief of what it is gonna be, this episode we're just gonna jump in to the topics, the hot topics. And yeah, here we go. For hot topics, we all know that, well, everyone is sad. I feel like I see Nipsey Hussle. First of all, rest in peace, Nipsey Hussle. Sleep in peace, rest in peace. May your soul transform into light. You just, like, it's crazy, because even how I feel about Nipsey Hussle had honestly nothing to do with his music. I mean, people may know me, and I'm a spiritual being, and just like his energy, just through seeing him through things. I literally asked my friend in California, who's a good friend of his, like, yo, I'm trying to like link with Nipsey, like, can you make that happen for me? He like, yeah, when you come to the town, just let me know. And never got to do that, but it's cool. I felt like I could have just had like even if we didn't work together, I honestly felt like we could have had like a growing conversation, or a conversation just about like life and evolution, and just get advice from a nigga who keep it 100 spiritually, and just is in tune with the physical world and the spiritual world. That's hard to come by. And then girls like me from the hood love a gangster. So when you get a street nigga, the nigga that's a little bit hood with spirituality, who's very smart, who reads books, who understands life, who understands that there's just different things going on, it's hard to come by. So like, that truthfully is what I appreciated and loved about him most, was just that he lived through action, and he just was a being of light, for real, for real. I mean, his music is great too, but that's not what like caught my attention. However, rest in peace to him. Prayers up to his family, his kids, his wife, Lauren London. I know she's having a hard time. I couldn't even imagine what that feels like. Like, God, it's just really sad. So definitely want to start off the hot topics with him. Not saying that he's a hot topic. I definitely just think that the marathon should continue. And just, yeah, that's a legend. He definitely fell in the legend category just because he was a people of the people, or a person of the people. And he just wanted to spread knowledge and spread light, and that's really hard to come by, I swear. Like, especially just me being spiritual, and just how I have so many different interactions with different people daily. it's rare that I get to have like a soulful conversation with someone, or someone who understands. And I don't mind teaching people. A lot of times the conversation is me like sharing knowledge or dropping jewels on someone, whether they're older than me, younger than me, it doesn't matter. But it's rare that like there's an exchange, like an even exchange, where you get to like dive into someone else's beliefs and understanding, and then challenge your own, and then it makes sense. So that is just like number one on the list. Rest in peace to Nipsey Hussle. Praying for your family, and we will see you on the other side, brother. Next up on Hot Topics, how about Omari? First of all, I love Ghost, okay? Again, I'm one of those girls. I like my nigga a little bit of hood. I do. I ain't gonna lie. I love Ghost. Like, I dead love Ghost from Power. Like, in my head, it's like, damn, like, he's certified. Like, I wouldn't have been like Tasha, like, stay in the street. I'd have been like, nah, you get out the street now. But fuck with Ghost. Like, I love like his whole ambiance. But when you see him in real life, or like how he interacts, it's like, I do not love Omari. Like, it's like, no thank you. Where's Ghost? No thanks. And did y'all see at the NAACP race? First of all, I wish I was there. I got an invite. Someone asked me to go with them, but I couldn't go because I had a show. So I was so sad about that. But whatever, that's another story. Did you see how he kissed Beyonce? Yo, first of all, fuck that he even kissed her, okay? The nerve. Like, who said you could get that comfortable? Like, first of all, my husband's right here. And even if my husband wasn't right here, what gives you the idea, the right, the audacity, the feeling, the vibe, anything to make you feel like, oh, okay, you already kissed me on the cheek, my nigga. First of all, I don't even really know you like that, so you shouldn't be kissing me on my cheek. But okay, cool. That's level one. Stand clear. Now you come back and kiss me again and damn near on my mouth. You made me uncomfortable. And you made me uncomfortable as a woman. Like, you violated my space. Fuck that I'm even just Beyonce. Like, why do you think that you should be able to exert or overpower how you feel over me? Like, where's the boundaries? Where's the respect? Men be bugging. That's a why. Why y'all do that? That don't even make no sense. I would have been hot. I probably would have been like, my nigga, you bugging. But, you know, she been in the game for a long time, so she's a little bit more polished with her reactions. But I probably would have been like, ooh, you tripping, my nigga. You straight tripping. But yeah, he was bugging out. That's number 2 on the Hot Topics. He definitely gets a why. My nigga, why you do that? Why? Don't even make no sense. If Power get canceled, you know why. Alright, boom. So, speaking of the NAACP Awards, how about this, okay? How about Chris Rock talking about Jussie Smollett? I think that's how you say his last name. I don't know. But, Empire. You know him. First of all, his whole scenario is just like, it's crazy because with social media, you don't even know what's real and what's true. Like, whatever Instagram says happened is what happened. So, like, Instagram is modern day crucifixion on its own. It's a witch hunt, okay? So that's hard to come by and get through in general anyway. And then the whole thing with the cops, and then the case just got dismissed like that. Like, it's so many holes. Like, it doesn't even make sense. In addition to that, how about Chicago is suing him for saying that they wasted their money on the case? You dropped the case. So it just doesn't make sense. But then we got Chris Rock, who just fried him at the NAACP Awards. I don't even know why he did that. I definitely want to hear what you guys think. So make sure you send me whatever you think and why. Like, why would he do that? That's a why too. Why Jussie Smollett and Chris Rock? Why you have to do him like that? You ain't have to do that. Then we got next up on Hot Topics. How about Lil Nas with his country song featuring Billy Ray Osiris? That's Miley Cyrus's dad, for those who don't know. And you know, I actually like the song. I think I'm gonna remix it to keep it 100. I actually like it a lot. But I used to like country music growing up, so it's not like rare or weird that I like it. But I actually really do like the song. I think it's crazy that they took his song down just because he's black and he wants to do some country music. So then he pulled a big card move, got the OG on it, Mr. Cyrus himself. And look, now you gotta put it back up there. So forget a why, but a boop. That's what you do. Shout out to Lil Nas. And then we have next up on Hot Topics, who we did? Oh, what about, what's this guy's name? Funny guy. Short. Kevin Hart. Funny short guy. Look at that. I can't remember his name. I remember he was short though. Short and chocolate. But anyway, he has a new segment on Netflix. I haven't really checked it out yet, but I've been hearing a lot of mixed reviews. So some people are saying it's funny, some people are saying it's not. If any of you guys have seen it, let me know what you think. I haven't really had the time to see it yet, so give me a heads up before I, like, you know, carve out Netflix and chill time for something that ain't really that good. Let me know. And then last up on Hot Topics, Future. Okay, so we started the Hot Topics with Nipsey. Rest in peace to a wholesome man. We know he was wholesome because the world was impacted by his death. So, like, very fair to say. How about Future on the other end of the spectrum? Very far from wholesome. Like, comparing himself to Nipsey Hussle. First of all, you don't compare yourself to dead people, especially that just died. Like, niggas is still crying. Like, you feel me? Like, my whole timeline is still Nipsey Hussle. Like, relax, sis. Not even bro, sis, relax. Then on top of that, his comments, they was ripping him to shreds. Okay, one specific boy was like, hold up, my nigga, like, I fuck with you, boy, but I really fuck with your music. Fuck you, but you did nothing for your community. All you do is talk about bitches and hoes, doing drugs, and teaching niggas how to drink lean, or telling them that you didn't even tell people that you off lean. You don't even drink lean no more, but you promoting drinking lean, and you talking about you are like Nipsey Hussle. How, Sway? Where they do that at? Where? Like, no, my nigga. Like, step one is not to compare yourself to a guy who just, forget a guy, a wholesome man who just passed. Like, everyone is still mourning. Like, his family, his friends, his fans, people he impacted, his neighbors, his neighborhood, the youth. And here you go. Every time you in the tabloids, it's about baby mothers. You doing something horrible to women. You saying what you rather cry in, a Rolls Royce or a Honda. Like, boy, if you don't, you just did an interview talking about how you don't even see yourself being in love because you feel like all you're going to be doing is elevating women. You wanted to compare yourself to... You wanted to compare yourself to a man whose whole life was devoted to elevating people as a whole. His woman, his wife, his family, his neighborhood. People who don't even have a chance. Old drug addicts, bums, crackheads, old gangbangers. His whole life was devoted to elevating people. And you just did an interview talking about you don't even want to be in love because you're not ready to elevate one woman. Now that's a why. My nigga, why would you do that? You gotta stay in your lane, sis. You make fire music for the club, but all that other inspirational, real life, what life is really about, what really matters, that ain't for you. But yeah, there you have the Hot Topic segment. And we're gonna go straight into the, what are we going into next? Oh, the questions. Yeah, so there you go. You have your Hot Topic segment, okay? With me, your girl, Azia, in the girls' room. And next up, we're gonna go to the questions. We're gonna do Ask Azia. So I have some questions that I got from you guys on Instagram that you DM'd me. So I'm gonna go through a few and I'm gonna answer them as honestly. I think that's the right word. I'm gonna answer them honestly or as best as I could. And yeah, we just gonna jump right in. So the first one, do you have kids? No, I don't have kids. I do not have any children yet. I not even want to get married. Marriage is something that I hold dear to me, and I want a man to commit to me as a human before having to commit to me because of another human. So no, I mean, shout out to all the baby moms out there and everyone who, you know, some women just are okay with that, which is fine. It's cool too. Like, I have friends who aren't married yet and they have kids. My parents aren't married yet. My parents been together for 30 plus years and they never got married. So it's fine, but just learning from my parents' examples and seeing things that my grandparents did differently compared to my parents, and just knowing that, like, in this day and age, at that time it was different. You could be with a guy for that many years and, like, he will commit to you regardless. Like, the moral value is different, the seriousness, the loyalty, like, those things really meant something. Finding someone like that today is scarce, okay? Slim to none. You might get a nigga that just want to fuck. He might want to be with you for a year, then he want to leave. Now you fucked up, you got a kid, you arguing. Oh, can you come with me here to do this as a family? Niggas don't really want to do it. They forcing themselves to do it. Like, you know, like, it's just, it's too much. It's too messy. So to save, forget me, fuck me. And I think it's actually selfish to the kid. Like, even if you take me outside of it, I don't want to do that to my kid. I want my kid to be able to live with their father. I want my kid to be able to wake up every day and be like, hey, Dad, can I ask you something? Or see an interaction. I want my kid to have an example of how a man should treat a woman or how a woman should treat a man. Those are all things that I want for my kid. So it's not even only about me. And I want them to have this on a day-to-day experience, not a weekend experience or one day, or like, that's just not what my life is about or how I want it to be. So no, I do not have children yet. But when you see me with one of these, a kid will be not too far behind. Okay. Next up, we have, how is it working with your dad? So I love my dad. It's hot and cold because he's definitely a dad, as y'all saw on Hustle in Brooklyn, and he's still my friend and he still gives me advice. But then he has, his love for music is different than what my love for music is. So that's usually where we like crash. Well, not crash, but that's usually where we bump heads, because like he finds some things important within the music business and the entertainment industry, and I find other things more important than he does. So it's great working with him. I'm super blessed. I'm super lucky. I always have a producer I could go to. I always have somebody I could bounce ideas off of. Like, hey, I need to record this. Hey, what do you think? Hey, can you do this? Like he my backbone to this music shit. But when it comes to the business aspect, or just like how my hustle and my grind is, or my creativity in terms of like what you see, what you get, visuals, everything else, keep in mind music is a small, like actually having good music is a small portion of the entire business. So my dad is my backbone literally for the music. But when it comes to everything else, like the grind is real. Like I'm a hustler. I got a hustler spirit, period. Okay? Shout out to Diddy. Send me some Ciroc, boo. Now, okay, so this person says, okay, I'm having confidence issues. Any advice? Anyone who's having confidence issues, I would say you gotta love yourself. So that's the first step. And you're probably having confidence issues because you're looking for confidence outside of you. You're looking for confidence within someone else. Maybe you're looking for a boyfriend to solidify who you are. Maybe you're looking for a homegirl to solidify who you are. Or you're looking for praise outside of you. You got to feel good about you before you try to do anything. So read some books. The 4 Agreements was a great book for me. The Secret was my start. I read that book at 16. Shout out to Ouija from the Brooklyn Circus, a mentor of mine forever and ever. Read that book. Read The Alchemist, the 4 Agreements. Get into yourself. Like, be selfish. Like, start loving yourself, and sacrifices have to be made, and that's one of the sacrifices. Self-love equals confidence. Confidence equals effort. Effort and faith equals success. So you got a long little journey, but get to it, sis. Okay, so we have, are you in a relationship, and how is it with your lifestyle? So yes, I am in a relationship. My significant other, or person of choice as I like to call him, he is like my best friend. So like it's really easy. Like he's super with what I have going on. I'm super with what he has going on. We support each other as friends and lovers. So we don't really have many issues, and when we do have an issue, it's really fast how we just nip it in the bud. How's it with my lifestyle? He's cool. He's very confident. He's a confident guy. So like, you know, many things don't bother him. For real. He's super cool. He trusts me. I think that helps. That's really what helps. I don't even think there's nothing bothers him. I think that he just knows who I am as a person and my moral value, and he understands my upbringing and just the values that I have in certain things. So he trusts me. So it's really easy. It's really, really easy. I don't really have any challenges with that. Then we have, why is your hair so long? Here's a why. Because I'm the shit and it can be. No. I just really like long hair. I'm actually thinking about changing it. So next week you might see me with something else. I might put the ponytail down until I do this promo tour the end of the month and get me a little doobie. I might be rocking my real hair, give a break. I haven't decided yet, but I just really love the ponytail. I love ponytails. I love my face. I love my cheekbones. And when my hair is out my face, you get to see it in its entirety. And it's beautiful, girl. So yes, and boys, girls and boys. What's it like being from Brooklyn? So being from Brooklyn, that's a good question. I love where I'm from, okay? I have not always been like this. I have not always been censored. I definitely was. I would never say I was a chicken head, but I definitely was a round-the-way girl. I'm probably still a round-the-way girl at heart. If you fuck with me long enough or you start getting me a little upset, the Brooklyn, the Flatbush will come out. But no, growing up in Brooklyn was lit. Playing outside, manhunt, cops and robbers, just chilling on the stoop, everybody outside, fellowshipping, hanging out, niggas pulling up in cars. I remember like getting in trouble at like 14 because I'm in like a nigga car who's like driving a drop top like Porsche, and it's like, why your daughter in a boy car? She's 14. Like, it's bugged out when I say it out loud now, but then it's like, that's my friend, what? But growing up in Brooklyn was fun. It definitely was a city life. It's definitely what you see or have saw on TV. You watch Everybody Hates Chris. Yes, when the lights go out on the train, they used to be on that type of time, like rain sneakers. That never happened to me because my parents never let me be on a train late by myself and stuff. But that is a thing. Cops and robbers is a game in real life. That's a thing. Being fly, getting fly. People used to be boosting, stealing, all kind of stuff. Just rough stuff. Regular prissy stuff. College is what really like helped me find a center. I mean, I had great role models though, great teachers, great like just neighborhood people around, amazing family. So like my transition of like who I was as a person and just being confident and self-centered in a good way, not a bad way, started around 16, 17. But when I got to college, it really expanded. So the hood girl is there though. She's there. Fuck with me if you want to. You'll see. She's here. We ain't gonna do that question. Okay, we're gonna do this question and one more question, and then we're gonna wrap this up. We'll save the rest for next time. What was it like being on TV? Being on TV was cool. Actually, it was just like doing a long video. It was very comfortable, second nature. I loved the crew. They was bomb. The show was cool. The cast was dope. It was very easy. I will say that being on the show, everybody doesn't have like a grip or a good grip on like real life and like what's actually happening, because you don't know how people's reactions really are. So like, boom, where I'm from in Brooklyn, Flatbush, everything is straightforward. Like, if niggas don't like shit, you really don't like shit. Like, and when I say that, I really mean that. So like, somebody could be your friend one day, and if they do some dumb shit, it's like, my nigga, you're bugging. Like, fuck you thought. Never are you doing that to me. And everybody respects everyone as equals. It's no like, oh, this is a big person, this is a little person. It's like, no, you got me fucked up. Like, what? You want to fight or you don't want to fight? Or what we doing? You gonna fix it or like what? So it's very like that. So dealing with people, even though the show was called Hustle in Brooklyn and everyone's not from Brooklyn and everyone's not from the hood, like I'm from Flatbush, so like even in like Fab lyrics, like you kind of hear what Flatbush is like. We the kids that's always going to the parties. If the party gets shut down, it's because some niggas from Flatbush is fighting or something like that. And they might be fighting each other or they friends, because we demand so much respect. And I think it's just because there's so much island people in Flatbush, so that has a lot to do with it. Everyone's really proud. Everyone is really like, nah, you gonna respect my shit. So that's the attitude for girls and boys in Flatbush itself. So me having that mentality already coming on the show, everyone doesn't have that mentality, even though they're from Brooklyn, because it's different parts of Brooklyn, and then some of them just really weren't from Brooklyn. They just moved to Brooklyn. So it's like, nigga, you playing with me like for the camera, or you being dead ass? Because like I'm confused. So like, what's up? Like, you being dead ass or you playing? And that's the approach you get a lot of times when you're doing stuff on TV, because you know that you're being real or you're being true to yourself, but you don't really know if people are. Everyone wants to be famous, right? So with wanting to be famous, everyone's doing extra things because they like fighting for camera time because they want to be seen. So it's like, don't try to disrespect me in the process of you trying to do some fuck shit. So like, you kind of like gotta like ride the fence of like, hold up, bitch, you got me fucked up or we straight? So you gotta ask. So I know you see that in the show with me asking people like, you got me fucked up or nah? Like, what we doing? I'm confused. Many people don't understand who I am either. So if you don't even understand that mentality of straightforwardness, people are like, oh, she's so aggressive, or she's a bully, or she thinks she knows everything. No, bitch, I know me. Like, fuck knowing you or knowing everything. I know what I like. I know what I accept. I know who I am. I know what I accept. I don't accept. My center. I know about my life and my world. It has nothing to do with no one else when it's dealing with me or conversations with me. So that's my approach in life. However, I'm empathetic I have empathy towards people. I'm understanding. I could work with anyone. I know how to compromise, but I also know like where my line is. Like, in some things I'm just not with. So it had really nothing to do with like being bossy or like, oh, she's a lot. No, bitch, I'm whole. Like, I'm coming to the table as me, who I am. A lot of people are coming to the table wishy-washy, or they not really sure who they want to be, or they want to be like this day, and this another day. All that shit is a dub. Where I'm from, you can't even survive where I'm from if you like that. You gotta come face value. You with the shits or you not with the shits? What we doing? Down to dating. Like, you could be dating a nigga that ain't shit. His approach is, bitch, you know I wasn't shit. You with the shit or you not with the shit? Cause like, what are we doing? Like, literally, that's the approach for everything. You go in a partnership with someone. You with it or you not with it? What we doing? A friendship. Bitch, you know I'm disrespectful. So if we get in a fight, you my friend or you not my friend? You with it or you... Like, that's literally the way of life of where I grew up. So that's my personality. It's just polished a little bit, which is why I could like fit in so many different arenas. And I know how to deal with people face value. So yeah, it's either you with it or you ain't with it, my nigga. Straight like that. And the last question, shout out to Flatbush, is how did you become so spiritual? So I became spiritual with just understanding that, one, I can't be so aggressive once I got out of where I was from. And I realized that some people are genuinely just nice, or do just have good intentions, or maybe they don't have good intentions, but they're good at masking that. And I understood that you just can't give everyone all of you so fast, so soon. So I just had to like kind of circle back and look at myself in the mirror like, okay, Azia, cool, this is your core, but what about you can you fix? What about you can you polish? What about you do you want to be better? And of course I want a better relationship with God or a higher power. I mean, I don't have a religion, so I'm spiritual. I believe in God, higher power. I believe in energies. And once I got more cultured and I just started to look into my culture more, me as a human, the things that I wanted, and like how to manifest those things, or just how to line up my real life in line with the universe and its energies, everything started working for me like so good. And I mean, I'm not perfect. Sometimes I slip. I have days where like I'm grumpy, or like I catch myself being negative. And like, if you know me or you don't, you'll catch me sometimes and I'll be like, shit, I'm sorry, God, like I didn't even mean to do that, like my bad. Like, I talk to myself, like I confide in me first. So like I could be walking and do some fuck shit like, damn, look at this. Oh, I'm tripping. Sorry, God. Like, I shouldn't even be judging. So it's my first step is awareness. Like, I'm constantly aware of the energy that I'm putting out into the world and what I want to receive. So when I fall or I create a mishap or I do some shit that's just like not cool, it's like I'm tripping. Like, my bad. So yeah, that's how I became so spiritual, and that's how I stay spiritual, with awareness. But that's my time for today. So again, it's your girl Azia. Make sure y'all come back. Stay tuned. Send me some questions. Send me some whys first. Send me some advice questions or anything that you want to ask me. And yeah, we gonna get into it next week. And I am actually there will be a snippet of my new song at the end of this, after I'm done talking. It's called Place with Snakes. It's coming out next, the end of this month. I got a new single. Shout out to Shotgun. Make sure y'all still streaming that, the Audacity. Shout out to my dad. Our World Entertainment. Okay, that's my new company. Shout out to everybody that's a part of it, helping the agenda move forward. Pushing. And watch out, summertime shit gonna be litas. It's your girl AZ. Later.
Quarterback, about to fuck it up. 18, had to bend the truck. 19, had to park it up. Switch it up, when it caught the Lambo. Coming through your town like Rambo. I'm a rough bitch, need commando. Bitches hating on me, they my fans though. One more time for my niggas in the bando. Every other nigga tryna scoop me. All on my top like Koofy. Used to ride around in a hoopty. Now dapper down, lace me with the Gucci. All go rollie, that's a knock around. Keep a couple shooters that'll knock it down. Let them eat the pussy like sushi. Make me come back to back like a two-piece. I can't keep no fuck niggas around me. I only want my real ones around me. Red-nosed niggas hate, they tryna clown me. I can't do no fake bitches around me. Can't share my play with a bunch of snakes. Can't share my play